So we're going across the wind now. We're broad reaching, beam reaching really. And I'll watch this. That is because the mizzen, look, if we come the other way, just look, tiny bit, look at that. It's because as we do that, the mizzen is pushing the boat, the stern, that way, which will push the bow that way. So, as we try and turn into the wind, the mizzen is kind of stopping us, look, at that point there. So, if we really give it some, we might need more power. Look at this. We actually can't make that turn. So if we give it a bit more power, and we'll just give it a bit more of a wow, we are still going. It's because look, the mizzen has flipped and now it's pushing the bow the other way. Look at that. So if we just release that mizzen for 2 ticks, then look at that. No problem at all. So what I was trying to demonstrate there was how good this sail is at keeping the boat stable. And it's so good that you can just heave to with just this sail up. Now that got me thinking, so let's just put the boat on a bit more than that. We need to make a little bit of, we just put it on, we're on about 200 watts. That's a nice pootling speed. And now we're going to see if we can almost get the boat on autopilot. Let's push that tiller as well. That seems to be as far as this boat wants to go with the mizzen out. Now, you don't want the rudder hauled over to one side because it's inefficient. But as a autopilot, this is pretty cool. So the first thing I'm going to do is let's just push it over a bit more. Will it turn the boat at all, or is this sail actually going to keep it in check? Because once it goes past the point of no return, it's obviously going to then turn, and I think we've got there now. But look, if I just centre the rudder, look at that, look, the boat just wants to go back. Now if I left the rudder centred for a minute, look, we're just going through irons now, and now the mizzen is going to get that way, so it's going to push the bow this way. So let's just see what happens. Well, not what I expected, but if we do that again, now we're in trouble, because look, the mizzen is pushing the bow that way, so that way, and now we can't move. Well, we can a little bit. So the way you steer here is to either give it a bit more oomph, so we've got a bit more power on the rudder, so we've got more water going past the rudder, give it more steerage, but that can cut the speed to a point where your rudder's, you know, not as effective. But we are actually gradually coming about here. Now what I want to do is get it so we're pointing into the wind. So there you go, there's your mizzen flapping about now, and then we can go a little bit further, and then I want to use the mizzen to give us some autopilot, a bit like balancing your sails. Can you see now we're sort of balanced? But if I'm just releasing the mizzen, watch, literally an inch, look at that. So let's see if we can, I'm not touching the tiller at all, look, I've just got the mizzen in my hand. Let's see if we can point the boat up the lake and then yeah, tight as B there, and then let's see if we can balance the boat. Now what I would say is that boat feels way more balanced than it does if you didn't have this mizzen out. Oh yeah, you can see it wants to go to port. There we go. There you go. You know, it's not perfect, but nothing is on a boat, because things will only ever stay balanced in this boat for seconds. You know, we're doing well doing this, but look, you can see I'm not holding anything. It'd be interesting to try. We will try that in a minute. We'll try and loosen the mizzen, depower it a little bit, see what effect that has. But it's interesting, isn't it, to see this, how this works. And if you had the auto helm, it probably wouldn't take much at all to keep the boat honest, would it? Nice, I like this. We've been literally on autopilot all the way back. We're at Market E now. The White House is here, so we're not far at all. Just been pootling along at half speed, and I've literally just had to tweak the tiller now, and it's allowed me to look, I've got the gaff and the mainsail down, all strapped up, ready to go. The jib's all ready to go. Main mast and the lines are all tied up. So if you're in a rush to get home, which I kind of am sometimes,